Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder of Path Trading Partners along with Bob Iacchino. Checking in on Bitcoin, spiking up again just through our 68.15 level, but this is now forming a double top, has not triggered. The trigger would be at a close below 66.55, an extended move below there. Just pointing this out, it's in the rotation zone, so it's lower probabilities, but if it does trigger, you can watch for potential pullbacks and add on lower, or at least raise your stop in case you have just did a recent purchase, so you can get out and get back in lower. The targets would be 65, 68, then major cluster about the 65.25, then 64.82. But again, this is not triggered. Levels are still pretty much the same for the upside. We're going to watch for next cluster 68.85 to 68.93, and then major area 69.43. Let's check in on that daily chart. Daily chart, you see here, we've spiked into the rotation zone. So we spiked in the rotation zone. What's interesting is if this can't sustain and we do trigger this double, it would be back below the 8, which also would not be a good sign. So just keep that in mind, that we've then recovered in the rotation zone and we could fall down. Now it's still a recovery, even if we hit the 64.82, because we're still stair-stepping slightly higher. But just don't be surprised if we do pull back more. So this next major cluster, 69.43, is still well within the rotation zone. And then if we rally through there, we'd be looking about 7,000 to 7,018. Checking in on Bitcoin Cash. So Bitcoin Cash spiking up 928. How we get that level? That came from these lows, projected from these highs right here. Forward projection, which gave us the 915 and 928. Then we pulling back again. Also would have been appropriate if you had done this. It would have just missed this projection. But if you had gone from that low to this high, it would have given you 933. But again, these are areas to watch for, target areas to either take profits or move up stops. Now pulling back, this is not a potential double top. These are way too far separated, so you don't have to worry about the double top on Bitcoin Cash. Right now, pulling back to the 8, about this 886 you see there, and rallying back up. If it falls through there, next support is 873, and if we go through there, we'd be watching for probably a return to about 860, then 852. Those are the downside targets. Now we can bring this up to here and see we got 944 to 956 to 960. Let's check in on that daily chart though for the ever important bigger picture. So let me zoom in here. All right, all those targets to the upside are still within the rotation zone. I really focus about this 956 level. Those are the tops of this last little resistance area. So this is well within, at least if you've done any purchasing in here, move up your stops. This is sort of looking toppy with sellers coming in. Remember, dip buyers came in here. It now rallied up back above that, and people have been selling it back down. We're seeing if it can sustain above the 8, which is 893. A close back below the 8 would not be super bullish. We're not in a super bullish pattern anyway, since we're still against the rotation zone. But again, watch. If it can't sustain a move into the rotation zone, that's just not a good sign yet. And be a little more patient. That's what we have for you on Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin, and we'll talk to everyone soon. Bye for now.